Tonight, Arizona Democratic lawmakers now urging Governor Ducey to call a special session before the end of the year to lift a spending cap on schools.
Not doing so means a potential funding crisis in the middle of next semester and financial uncertainty for schools right now.
Joe Dana brings us more.
Arizona's school districts are in a dilemma. They still do not have a guarantee that all of the money that the governor and lawmakers approved for them in the budget is actually available. Funding for charter schools, check. Funding for school vouchers that parents use for private schools, check. Funding for public school districts, incomplete. The budget passed by state legislators for this school year has ensured that charters and empowerment scholarship accounts have the public funds they are entitled through the end of the year. But a cap on public school district spending, known as the Aggregate Expenditure Limit or AEL, remains unresolved. Superintendents say they are trying to manage public schools with one hand tied behind their back.
You have some districts that have chosen not to move forward with the spending of the money. Others have chosen to move forward with the spending of the money, and it just creates uncertainty.
The cap is widely considered a financial nuisance given today's funding needs of schools. Lawmakers, including Republican Senate President Karen Fann, have acknowledged as much.
When this was set in 1980, we didn't have Chrome tablets, any of the stuff that we have now that teaches our kids. I, for one, would absolutely love to see the AEL fixed this session, and I pray to God we can do it for our kids' sake and for the parents' sake.
According to Arizona Senate Minority Leader Rebecca Rios and House Minority Leader Reginald Boulding, Governor Ducey assured Democrats that he would call a special session after this election season to lift the spending cap for this school year. They say the agreement was reached on the night of June 22nd, when the budget was passed.
Do you want your final act as governor to be breaking your word to our public school teachers, administrators, and students?
Democratic leaders released a joint video this week publicly asking Ducey to fulfill his end of the alleged bargain.
We already appropriated this money. Let's stop playing games.
A spokesperson for Ducey told 12 News Wednesday, "We are continuing to work with the legislators on this issue." Other key leaders are House Speaker Rusty Bowers, Majority Leader Ben Toma, and Senate President Fann. As of Wednesday afternoon, 12 News was unable to reach those three for comment about the prospects of a special session. Superintendent Greg Wyman of J.O. Combs Unified in Santan Valley says the governor's and legislature's failure to act causes high turnover of staff.
Last year when we went through this, we had a number of people get nervous and go ahead and just take jobs elsewhere, waiting for the legislature to pass the AEL.
Boulding said he suspects Republicans are using the spending cap as a bargaining chip, so Republicans have more leverage next year. Removing the cap in any given year requires a 2/3 vote in both chambers. That means several Republicans will need to be on board. Joe Dana, 12 News.